All praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Charakodash. Double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and to all the elect out there. Keep on pushing. So, rapper whose XL bully dog mauled grandmother to death told police poodles are more aggressive. So he's gonna go to court. So let's get into this. This is fresh off the press news. Just watching the news, and the news now, man. The news used to be boring when I would never sit down and watch the news, but now the news now is getting more exciting to watch. And the reason is because we know we're at the end, and there's prophecies are just popping off left, right, and centre. So the news now has become more dramatic than a drama movie. So you're being fooled just watching the news. You be getting your adrenaline fix just watching the news. So yeah, we're in the year of apostates, sellouts, and agents, and this is just we're going. As a matter of fact, let's read a bit of this. So this rapper, he says, a child. Yeah, I'm not going to show this video, but I'm gonna show some TikTok videos. So this is for edification. Disclaimer for educational purposes only, but I'm just going to avoid this one. It might be a bit too graphic. Within a minute, one of the dogs inside the property suddenly pushed open the closed kitchen door before rushing through the lounge and up to one of the officers. Attacked him. A child also was in the property. Jurors watched footage of the resident street which captured the dog barking and the victim and child screams during the attack. The mauling came 2 days after the government made it a criminal offence to own a XL bully dog in England, Wales, without a certificate of exemption. Right, so anyway, want to show you something, because the reason why I usually be doing these, when I hear about these videos, I usually cover them because I've seen accidents. I've seen accidents in my journeys, what dogs are capable of doing. And before XL bully dogs, because XL bully dogs is a hybrid. I think it's a crossbreed between a bully, a bulldog, a Doberman pinscher, a bulldog, a Doberman pinscher, and I think another one. But it's a crossbreed. A bulldog, a Doberman pinscher, and there's another one, another real fierce dog, man. That I've had run-ins with dogs in my journeys, and through the power and spirit of the Lord, I was delivered. So there's a dog also we saw, might have been last year when we was at a particular spot. It was an XL bully dog, try and grab up a little ute. This ute must have been under 10 or under, and the parents was fortunately the parents had it, picked it up, and kept it safe from the XL bully dog, but the dog just switched, and the owner was just like acting all shocked and all of that. But now this is what it is. XL bully dogs are illegal in the UK, and I've seen incidents. There was that one, and there's a dog also. When we're at our particular spot where we go Saturdays, and there's a XL bully dog comes around, and I've noticed the owner of the dog makes sure it's dark. It's after dark before the dog comes around. The owner brings it out for a walk, and it's after dark. So whether it's got a ticket of exemption or not, it seems like he's hiding something. He came around a little while ago, and we said hello. He's all right with us. And I asked him, what's the name of the dog? And he told me the name. I said, no, I don't. I mean the actual dog. And he said XL bully dog. He said, in other words, he was saying, it's all right for me to have it because when it was made illegal, so he knew where I was coming from. He said, when it was made illegal, I already owned it. He said, so they know, man. They know how dangerous these crossbreed dogs are. So, is it illegal? Yeah. XL bully dogs are banned in the UK, in England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, making it illegal to own, sell, breed, or give them away without a special exemption certificate, which requires strict conditions like muzzling. Yep, they should be muzzled. Muzzling, leashing in public, neutering, and third-party insurance to comply with the law. The ban was implemented due to the disappropriated involvement in fatal dog attacks, adding them to this list of prohibited types and under the Dangerous Dog Act. It's illegal to sell, abandon, give away, or breed an XL bully dog. It's a criminal offence to own one without a valid certificate of exemption. There you go. So they're supposed to have, if you see a dog walking around, an XL bully dog walking around, you can ask questions. You most people ain't gonna because they might be scared. The man gonna set the dog on you. Yeah. Do you have a valid certificate of exemption? And for the most part, people don't give a monkeys about the laws. Anyway, we know that. But they're supposed to have that, a certificate of exemption. Except owners must keep their dog on the lead and muzzle in public. This guy last year, the little U, where we used to be, the dog wasn't muzzled, man. You know what, man? Anyway, I reserve how I feel about it to myself. Anyway, right, in public, get it neutered and have third-party liability insurance, because the scriptures, man's going is of the Lord at the end of the day. So they're banned. When was they banned? Banned since late 2023, early 2024. So they was banned since 2023. Banned as of January 2025 in Northern Ireland, in Scotland, February 24th. England and Wales 2023 they was banned, early 2024. They're illegal, right? In a nutshell, they're illegal, and you have you're within your right to ask any questions if you dare. But we're gonna watch a couple of clips here, man, and then we're gonna get to the scriptures. Like I say, I've had run-ins with dogs, pit bull dogs, Doberman pinchers. Yeah, that's another dog, fearsome dog. Doberman pinchers, they're a fearsome dog. These were before these hybrid XL bully dogs come around. The XL bully dogs are the most fierce. But you got the Doberman pinchers, you got the Rottweiler. That's it, the Rottweiler. I've had run-ins with Rottweilers myself. And from very, very, quite a few times, quite a long time ago. And them is some fearsome dogs. The Most High delivered me. I ain't going to say what happened. But yes, the Most High delivered me, man, you know. But anyway.
It's a shame about all the laws and all of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, as long as I don't breed them, I suppose it's okay.
This is amateur rapper Ashley Warren during a police visit 11 days before his XL bully dogs attacked and killed a 68-year-old grandmother, Esther Martin. Warren, 41, had left Martin alone with 10 XL bullies at his home on Hillman Avenue in Jaywick, Essex. On the 3rd of February 2024, a police officer described the animals as being in a frenzied state when they forced entry to the property. Warren has denied owning or being in charge of the two dogs named Beauty and Bear that killed Martin. The trial at Chelmsford Crown Court continues.
Right, so it's going to trial. He may get convicted of this. This is the woman that got it. She got nyam up, mauled to death. He may get convicted of some serious charge, man. He may get some of something, whatever he gonna get it. But anyway, we know it's. Yeah, there's a woman. Let me see. Is it a quick video? Let me just watch this.
XL bullies kill elderly woman in Essex. Lady in question, who was visiting her grandson when the fatal attack took place, unfortunately passed away at the scene.
This is a different one, but just to show you that there's a lot of them. Some of them make mainstream news. Some of them don't. Them dogs ain't no joke, man.
to being attacked by two XL bullies instantly.
And brothers may have seen the times when I've been over a particular park. I mean, you may have seen, and I've been confronted with dogs, like even XL bully dogs. And once again, the Most High have them keep their distance. You know, there's certain things that you have to do though. But it's all of the man's going is of the Lord. Couple times, dog confronted me on video, on camera, while I'm doing my videos. XL bully dogs, and I asked one of them in one occasion. I asked the man, "What dog is that, mate?" And he said he under his breath what dog it was. It was an XL bully dog. And once again, so these are spirits created for vengeance, man. We're going to get to the scripture, you know, the usual scriptures, but you don't want to be confronted with the Most High spirit created for vengeance.
In Jaywick in Essex. As the incident occurred, a 39-year-old man has been arrested under the...
So that's a different.
My life be like.
That's a different one. This guy, that's an Inspire rapper. So this is the woman that.
Esther Martin, a mother, a grandmother, a great-grandmother. A life cut brutally short. This is the street in Jaywick near Clacton-on-Sea where she was visiting her grandson. There were 2 adult dogs at the property and reportedly a number of puppies too. Esther was said to have been trying to break up the puppies' fighting when she was set upon. It was Esther Martin's 11-year-old grandson who had raised the alarm, running into the street and screaming.
There's more than one. I think that's that's a different one as well. There's another one here. Oh, there's another one here.
These 2 pit bulls that are pictured here on the left got high on cocaine and they then killed a grandmother. This story is so tragic. So an Ohio grandmother who is pictured here on the right was mauled to death by her neighbor's 2 pit bulls. And it was later determined that the dogs were high on coke. 73-year-old Joanna Ethelbarger was reportedly peacefully gardening in October, and she was literally ripped apart by the 2 pit bulls who...
Let me ask a question to them. Let me ask a question, man. I'm just curious. I'm going to ask the question. It's a crossbreed. What is the crossbreed that makes up the XL bully dog? What is the crossbreed that makes up the XL bully dog? American bully dog, Old English bulldog is XL bully dog. American bulldog, Old English bulldog, American Staffordshire Bull Terrier. What are XL bully dogs mixed with? Yeah, that's the proper. That's what I should have said, but it's giving me the answer anyway. The XL bully dog is a large and more muscular version of an American bully breed. It originated from the American Pit Bull Terrier, American Pit Bull Terrier, and the American Staffordshire Terrier. But since its creation, it includes a mix of breeds including Pit Bull, American Bulldog, English Bulldog, Presa something, and Cane Corsa. So that's the fiercest dog you will ever meet. Let me hit the preset, man. Jeremiah, and the most strong. And I noticed that dog when we're at camp. Usually comes around Saturdays after dark. Notably after dark, the man brings his dog and walks it around. And I said to him, and he told me when I cornered him, and he said, "What?" I said, "What dog is that?" He told me the name, and I said, "No, the actual dog." And he told me it's an XL bully dog, but he said he said that I've owned it before they made it illegal. And I said, "Yeah, that's a strong dog. You can tell, you know, when you look at dogs, you see the difference. You know, this is a different type of dog. It's a crossbreed." Jeremiah 15, as we just looked at, it's a serious form of crossbreed. It's a mutation dog. It's a mutation. And it shall come to pass if they, where is it? 3. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, the dog to tear. This is a dog spirit created for vengeance by left-hand side. It's a demon. Sword to slay, the dog to tear, and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. So we're coming in the time when the Most High says, go and yam up the wicked, yam up the 2/3, yam up the devil, you know, the Edomites as well, and all the wicked. That's going to be part of it, part of his sword. Their spirit created for vengeance, and we know that one as well. We know that precept. I ain't brought this out for a little while. Let's bring it. Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on Sarah strokes. In the time of their destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Who made them? The Most High made them. Right? He got that dog. He made that fearsome dog. Right? It's made in a lab. They make that in a lab, but we just looked at it. Let's find that. There it is. Most High made that dog. Right? He put that together. The pit bull, American pit bull, English pit bull, terrier, and this other dog that is some kind of fearsome crossbreed dog, man. The breeds make up a bully. What two breeds? Let me know again. Ancient bulldogs and variety of British terriers. You think you wanna meet that down a dark alley, man? That's the spirit that the Most High made that. Created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sour strokes. In the time of their destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hell and famine and death, and all these are created for vengeance. Because when we looked at the one in Jeremiah 15, talks about dogs to tear, fowls of the heaven. You got these big massive birds at the Most High, crows, or over in Jamaica you get them big ones, hawks and crows, even eagles. The Most High can turn them into vicious spirit creative of vengeance. Scavenger birds, turn them into scavenger birds, just like that, because he made them. They're his creation, you know, and he can just turn them on. So when we see, even now, we see the crows, even in the urban areas. If you've noticed, maybe you've noticed, there's a lot of crows coming in the urban areas. They're waiting for their feeding, and it's going to be the 2/3. It's going to be the other nations as well. Then heathen. That's going to be a massive part of the Most High's spirit creative of vengeance when it's that time. And don't forget, after the WW3, we know Yahushua is the icing on the cake, and we've got these other prophecies that will have to take place as well. But there's going to be a massive feeding frenzy too, because there's going to be a whole heap of dead bodies on the ground. So these the dogs, they're going to feed up, man. They're going to get well fed. They're going to delete them, and they can yam them up too. And the crows, the hawks, all them, you know, them scavenger birds, they're going to get well fed up. They're going to get well fed. These are the Most High's spirit created for vengeance.
Names were Echo and Apollo. The dogs were said to be roaming freely around the condominium's common area near where she lived. Her husband, Stanley, reportedly suffers from dementia, and it was said he was in a wheelchair at the time of the attack. He watched helplessly as she was attacked for several minutes. That was while she was screaming for her life.
You see how these people, they buy dogs and they think it's just, oh yes, buy a little pet for Christmas to your friend, you know, your old lady and some grandmother, disabled person. What did the guy couldn't do nothing. That's why people just take this thing for a joke, man.
Reportedly something around the condominium. Names were Echo.
Oh, a dog was trying to yam up somebody, man. Someone I knew, trying to and the guy called my name, and this was years ago. The guy called my name, and I was very young. But I've never had that fear. I've never had a fear for dogs, and I come running, and the dog just left. So it's all about fear. They can sense fear, and if they notice you're not fearful, right, and you you give them that look a lot of the time. But obviously, I'm not gonna tempt fate. There's always limits, and we know it always comes down to the protection that the Lord. It's all the protection of the Lord at the end of the day. I don't take no credit, but enough time I've come to, you know, I've had run-ins with them, and I've come away unscathed. Even I've had a little incident with one of my old gal friend. When she had two dogs, she had an Alsatian and a Rottweiler. Them fearsome Rottweilers, and don't ask me how I was able to do it, but I just did it, man. I grabbed up they was fighting each other because dogs be very jealous as well, even jealous of humans sometimes. The dog was jealous of the gal that I had, and I came to its aid. I separated it and I muzzled it. Two fearsome dogs. Through the power and the spirit of the Lord, though. The spirit must have been on me. But you don't want to be buying these dogs. And I never trusted dogs ever since then. Dogs just switch up. Dogs get jealous as well. Anyway, man. So this is a serious thing.
Joanna Ethelbarger was reportedly peacefully gardening in October, and she was literally ripped apart by the two pit bulls whose names were Echo and Apollo. The dogs were said to be roaming freely around.
Give them pet names. They ain't pets, man. They're the Most High Spirit created for vengeance, man. And I ain't saying, brothers be having their dogs and all of that, and if you're a man of the Lord, you ain't the dog. You're gonna be all right, man. The brothers that have their dogs and all of that, and they're you're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? It's all, if man's going is of the Lord, and if the Most High sets that dog on you, then that's it. If he sets it on you, then there's no escape. It's the spirit of the Lord anyway. So, just to bring that in there, that balance as well.
The condominium's common area near where she lived. Her husband, Stanley, reportedly suffers from dementia, and it was said he was in a wheelchair at the time of the attack. He watched helplessly as she was attacked for several minutes. That was while she was screaming for her life. Can you even imagine? It was also said that one of the dogs continued to attack even after the cops opened fire trying to get them to stop. Miss Joanne's daughter reportedly told a local news outlet that her mother did not deserve this. She said she was tortured and suffered. The dogs, as I said, reportedly both tested positive for cocaine. Their owners were Adam Withers, pictured here, and his mom, Susan, who is pictured here. Both of them were reportedly convicted.
Giving dogs cocaine?
Of involuntary manslaughter in connection to Miss Joanne's death.
Yeah, the other guy might get, it's inspiring rapper over here in the UK, he might get something like this. He may get mandatory manslaughter.
Others pictured here, and his mom, Susan, who is pictured here. Both of them were reportedly convicted of involuntary manslaughter in connection.
Yeah, that's it. Involuntary manslaughter. He may get a serious charge. He's a Jake as well. He may get they may throw the book at this dude. Someone died.
To Miss Joanne's death. They were reportedly convicted last month. Miss Joanne's family is now reportedly suing Adam and Susan, as well as the condominiums association where the mom lives, along with the county dog warden. They are reportedly accusing them of negligence and failing to act on several red flags regarding Susan and Adam and their behavior of their two pit bulls. That included police body camera footage that showed police responding to reports that Echo and Apollo, the dogs, had ingested Adam's cocaine, and this was just weeks before the attack. The officers were said to have even been frustrated that the dog warden was unresponsive and didn't do anything. So this must not have been the first time these dogs got high on coke. That's
The dog warden didn't do anything. The dog warden must have been scared too.
Real. Then it was said that the dogs were able to live at the condominium even after Susan and Adam failed to obey an order to get them out. Instead, Adam reportedly taunted building management, and the lawsuit cited some of Adam's social media posts where he said that the humans were the problem. One Facebook post said, "Never ask a pit bull owner to choose between you and the pit bulls because they will choose and it won't be you." Her family feels like Susan and Adam were gambling with a lot of people's lives and that Miss Joanne was unfortunately the one that had to pay the price. The wrongful death is reportedly seeking compensatory damages exceeding $25,000 along with punitive damages. Ms. Joanne's family said they're looking for justice and that the local authorities had a responsibility to take, but that they failed, and I agree. This is so tragic. I'm not sure what ended up happening to the dogs. I would assume they were put down, but I don't know that for sure. I couldn't find any info on that. But y'all, let me say this. I have a pit bull. She is truly, truly the most loving dog ever. I mean,
It's always the same thing they be saying until the spirit of the Lord puts the devil in them, the demon jump on them. The demon can just jump on them, man. Anyway, man's going of the Lord. They always say that, man. It's the lovingest, most loving thing.
but that they failed, and I agree.
Don't tell me that, because you ain't going to convince me that.
So tragic. I'm not sure what ended up happening to the dogs. I would assume they were put down, but I don't know that for sure. I couldn't find any info on that. But y'all, let me say this. I have a pit bull. She is truly, truly the most loving dog ever. I mean, our cat had kittens, and my pit bull Maya literally would lick on the kittens and love on them. So not all pit bulls are bad. Please don't say that in the comments. I believe.
Yeah, but don't feed it. Just don't feed it for a day or two, and then see if it's still loving, huh? It's an animal, man.
There's a multiple factors that go into play, including how they were raised, what they're around, and whatnot. However, these owners should absolutely be held accountable. Those dogs were high on cocaine, and they shouldn't have been running around. My dog Maya stays inside, or if she's outside, she is in a fence. You can't just let dogs freely roam, whether it's a pit or a chihuahua or what kind of dog it is, and that's for safety reasons. My prayers are definitely with Miss Joanne's family. I pray that justice is served and that they win the lawsuit. For more true crime and news, be sure to follow.
No, I just watched that one out because you're gonna hear some stupidness coming out of these. A lot of the time, it's Edomite women as well with their dogs, man. What is it with these Edomite women and their dogs, man? You know what I mean? And I've noticed it. You got Jake's be owning them too. Once again, brothers are protected in the spirit of the Lord anyway. You got a dog, you're protected. You know what I mean? But these dogs can switch anytime, man. They can just switch. This guy here, I don't want to watch this one, but he regrets it. He's bawling his eyes out. The same guy, aspiring rapper, bawling his eyes out now. He might get some. They might throw the book at this dude here, but that's all it is, man. Let me just end off. I just wanted to funnel all that. Bring out this. Bring out the facts, some stats. And when it comes down to it, with the spirit of the Lord, and I ain't gonna stress too much on the judgment side of it, but we know what it is. It's not a nice thing to see happen. If you see it, you may be traumatized. You may never ever forget it. So that's all. What more is there? There's a whole heap more as well, right? Throughout the years, once again, the ones that reach mainstream and the ones that don't. These dogs are not to be played with. XL bully dogs. Until the next one, we out.